Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Here on the Sheenapreneur channel, I share information about government contracting, veteran business content, and other business tips. Okay guys, so I wanted to do this video for a while, and it's related to Chat GPT. As you can see, I had already started just to try to see if I could get something going. But basically what I wanted to teach today, and forgive the background because I'm at my daughter's volleyball tournament, and so I'm in a hotel, and so you get what you get. But what I wanted to do was show you how to create an executive bio for your government contracting proposal using Chat GPT. So what I did is just try to come up with a really good sentence that Chat GPT could really understand and give me something the first time, because if anyone has never used Chat GPT, sometimes you don't really know how to talk to it, but you literally talk to it like a person. I wanted to ask Chat GPT to create a powerful executive bio for an established janitorial company with 15 years experience for a government contracting proposal. So I just took that sentence. I use Evernote. Evernote is my favorite note-taking system. I put everything in here, but just gonna copy that, go over here to Chat GPT, put that in there and hit enter. And you give it a few seconds and it literally will generate an entire bio for you. Now, it's not going to be perfect because it doesn't know you, but it will give you at least a starting point to how to create an executive bio. When it comes to proposals, most people ask me, how do you bid? And it's not always bidding. Sometimes you have to put together an entire proposal. So this is just an example of how you can use Chat GPT for that. And so as you can see, it says a leading janitorial service provider with over 15 years experience is pleased to offer our expertise for government contracting proposals. So that particular ending of it wouldn't work, but you could, if you're bidding on a college, and you could put in pleased to offer our expertise for cleaning ABC College. That's kind of how you would typically end that. And it's just going by how I put in the sentence. So if I put in the sentence a little different, it would probably come out with a different result. But one of the key things that I really love about Chat GPT is that you can, after it does this and you're like, I don't even like none of this, you can just say offer a better, more dynamic proposal. So it takes what you already have. Now, I use the word dynamic. I could have used witty. I mean, you probably wouldn't want to use witty when it comes to writing a proposal, but I use dynamic in hopes that it would actually give me more in the bio. You don't want the bio to be so long to where they're like, I don't even care. The agency is like, I don't care about this. But at least it's giving you a framework to work when you're going to create an executive bio. This one is kind of long. I have an example of kind of how it's supposed to look. It's super simple. You might hear executive summary, you might hear executive bio, you might hear cover letter. Pretty much they're all interchangeable, and you may not ever need one, but if you have to put together a proposal, it's always a good practice, unless it specifically says in the solicitation, like, do not include all this jargon, all this stuff. It's just going to be a request for quote, for example, and not an RFP and a request for a proposal. They just want a quote. Then you probably wouldn't include a cover letter, but typically we include cover letters with every one of ours. So here's an example of kind of how it's supposed to look. You just put the date, you put your company address, email, all that good stuff. And this is for we have an active contract with Citizens Bank Park with the Philadelphia Phillies Stadium. So you know me, I'm transparent. So this is how ours looks. It's super short. And this one was a little unconventional because it wasn't government, but you can add more, take away, highlight your set asides, and if it's woman owned, veteran owned, minority owned, if that means anything to that agency, you can just add it, but never add it at the beginning, because what ends up happening is you portray yourself, even if it's unintentional, you portray yourself as being someone who's looking for an opportunity only because you're a minority or a disadvantaged business. So you just kind of add it at the end, because it will let them know, hey, by the way, here's all the great things about my company, but by the way, we are woman owned, we are veteran owned, we are Black owned, whatever the case may be. So you want to add it just as a little extra sprinkle, but not necessarily showing it at the beginning that that's why they should choose you. And sometimes it lets them know that you have all your documentation in order. And that's one of the things I realize when it comes to certifications, is that if If you have certifications, it lets a company know that you have all your documentation. So that's a highlight, and it lets them know, hey, you guys are at least somewhat legal, and you're not, just a person that's doing this on the side. Also, one of my favorite parts of this is when we were trying to refine our methods of approach. If you are in the services business, then you typically will need a method of approach when it comes to performing a contract. So I can type in, and I'm gonna type it in this time, I didn't put it in Evernote, but write a dynamic method of approach to cleaning. Just going to use janitorial and cleaning for now. Cleaning 100 dorm rooms with 5 staff members. Can't spell members, and 2 staff managers to complete the work in, let's just say, 8 weeks. Write a dynamic method of approach to cleaning 100 dorm rooms with 5 staff members and 2 staff managers to complete the work in 8 weeks. Let's give it a try. And as you can see, it's just kind of doing the work for your girl. This is all the way live for me. This, it's like, where was this when we were out here grinding and really trying to figure out how to put proposals together, because there were no templates anywhere. And this video is probably going to anger a lot of people, but I don't care, because there was no information out when I was trying to do my government contracting stuff. So I want to share all the wealth that I have, the wealth of knowledge that I have, because I really be in here in these streets trying to figure out stuff to make it easier for me and my team. So I haven't read this yet, obviously. So we're going at Foresight Industries. We understand that cleaning 100 dorms with just 5 staff members. Oh, dang. Well, I guess you would probably put more staff, but this thing is like, that ain't enough. But anyway, so 5 staff members and 2 staff members within an 8-week timeline is a daunting task. However, we believe that with the right approach and methodology, we can deliver outstanding results to meet the needs. So if I were really needing this, I would say add 10 more staff members and rewrite this method of approach. Because they just tried me. Okay. Thank you for providing us the opportunity to update our This ain't a perfect method, okay? But look, it gives you at least a framework for you to revise. If you're over the age of 30, even 25, you had to go out here and you had to rewrite stuff, but at least you have a working template, and it's pretty smart, and it learns you as you put more details into. If you see my little side thing here, it learns you, and it puts more details into what you're trying to say and how your language really is. Now, for future, is this going to make us dumber? But I'm going to enjoy the ride, because they probably thought the same thing when it came to us, watching TV. So the method of approach is something that everyone's not going to need, but it really does give you a good working template for you to get started. So I love it. I mean, we had to come up with stuff from nowhere, and it does kind of understand government contracting too. So it might help you with that if you put in the right thing for what you're trying to do or what you're trying to accomplish. So for fun, I'm gonna try something with products. So first time me doing this right here on this video. So I'm gonna say method of approach for delivering, I'm gonna say 100 laptops to the Fulton County school system, because I see those contracts all the time. So it's pretty interesting, because I'm sure they probably want to know how, even if you don't have to write the method of approach in your RFQ or your RFP. It really is good to know. It really is good to know that you know how to do it, because some of us just jump in here and we say that we can do the work even if we haven't necessarily done the work and you don't know the gaps yet. But when you go in to perform work for these agencies, at least you'll be able to speak like you know what you're talking about. So method of approach for delivering 100 laptops to the Fulton County school system in a timely manner. So the pleasantries, of course, thank you for entrusting us. That's going to be if you have to write something. But this is highlighting exactly how you understand the mission, you understand the assignment, and this is what you're going to use. Like, this is so freaking dope. So one thing that jumped out at me is this second paragraph. We utilize the latest transportation technology and equipment to maximize efficiency and ensure that the laptops are delivered safely and securely. Our delivery vehicles will be equipped with GPS tracking, allowing us to monitor the location and status of each delivery in real time. Like, that's all they want to hear, but you may not have thought to do that. So that's why I feel like Chat GPT is like our brain on steroids, because you're like, I know what I kind of need to do, but you may not be a good writer. I understand it's hard out here. So this really helps you kind of narrow that focus, and you're talking to it like a person. And you can even make it shorter, like take this method and make shorter and to the point. So it's like, okay, girl, that's too long. And boom, one paragraph, because sometimes you don't have the luxury of writing this long, laborious, I guess it's not laborious anymore, but this long narrative. Sometimes you just need a quick thing, or you just need to read it like, how would I do this? Because you can Google stuff, but Google is like piecemealing. This is giving you like your answer. Does anybody remember Ask Jeeves back in the day? Like, I used to think that Ask Jeeves was the person that gave you answers, but it was like an old school Google. Anyway, that's a side note. So I wanted to share my knowledge that this is like a real game changer for those who have to write anything really, but especially when it comes to writing heavy proposals. It's not going to be perfect. So don't say, Sheena, you told me da 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 da. But I would say try to catch this thing while it's free. It's free right now, and we don't know how long. I'll pay though. Like, it's changed my life with so many different things. So I would say try to take advantage of this as fast as you can and as much as you can, and even preparing for things that aren't in existence yet. For example, if you know you're doing janitorial right now, but you want to get into grounds maintenance or construction later, go ahead and do a whole proposal with construction or whatever, so you'll have it prepared and throw it in Evernote. I mean, Evernote, like I said, is my bae, but you can have it ready and prepared, and then you can pull from different resources, so you're not trying to do this stuff last minute and then you don't even know where you're pulling the information from. Because even with Chat GPT, if anyone has used it, sometimes the site is down because there's so many people using it. So I just created like a whole repository of different narratives, different types of services that we offer, because we offer all facility management services. So anything basically like light construction, we do painting, flooring, janitorial, grounds maintenance, litter pickup. We do pressure washing, we carpet cleaning, floor waxing. We do all of that. My company does. So we want to make sure that we're having all these, if we're bidding on something else later or helping to put together a proposal, whatever, we have the information that we need. So I hope this video was helpful for all of you. Remember that I do have a 3-tier course where I teach you how to be a federal, local, and corporate contractor. And we also have a mentorship program attached to it for 12 months. So you have one-on-one with me. We have webinars. We have all the information in the course, all the links, all the things that I've ever used in this government contracting journey. And of course, if you're not following me on IG, it's Sheenapreneur on IG. It's the same name as this YouTube channel. So until next time, it's your favorite veteran.